Assalamualaikum and welcome to this presentation. For this presentation, I would like to present the paper title that is Issues in Surgical Scheduling Problem in Terms of Uncertainty, Capacity Planning, Request and Demand. So this paper is organized by 4 persons. That is include me, Muhammad Nuriza bin Abdullah as a presenter today. And then the second one is Prof. Dr. Masri Ayub, and then Dr. Lam Menchun and Dr. Nasir Al-Sabah. So in introduction, we begin with introduction. Surgical scheduling problem is we can conclude as a selection of a procedure to be performed, allocation of resource time to those procedures, and sequencing of those procedures within the time allotted. That is cited by paper autumn May 2011, and then Balsam in 2018 state they have a 3 stage for the surgical procedure. There is pre-operative, intra-operative and post-operative. So the surgery will require both material and human resources to complete the procedures. These three procedure that already state. Also in the surgical scheduling, they have 2 type of surgery, which is elective and emergency surgery. In elective surgery, they have 3 types of surgery schedule strategy that had been used. There is block scheduling, open scheduling and modified block scheduling. In paper author May 2011 state that distribution happens mainly due to the uncertainty issue from the procedure of duration and the capacity planning issue. So the unbalanced scheduling of the operating room department or R department also cause demand fluctuation in other department. That is from the surgical wards and intensive care units. So J. Wen Ostrom on 2009 proposed a master surgical scheduling MSS to deal with this issue. The the master surgical scheduling MSS already improved the coordination among hospital staff members and solve the issue of long-term forecasting and capacity planning. Silva in 2020 proposed an optimization method for the ambiguity problem in the surgical scheduling by propose the approximate dynamic programming. Resource constraint in surgical department also may lead to the issue in the surgical scheduling. Wang on 2017 proposed an evolutionary algorithm to deal with the issue of multiple resources constraint in their study. So we can look from here the stage in the surgery procedure, which is from the start. In the beginning, phase 1 is the pre-operative, phase 2 is the intra-operative, phase 3 is the post-operative. So as we can look from the picture, the material resources such as PHU beds, ORs, ICU beds is required for all the stage from the phase 1 until the phase 3. Same with the human resources, like nurses is required for all phase, but while a surgeon and anesthetic is required for the phase 2. So we can see uh, uh, the area that may happen the uncertainty or request and demand issue, and the area that may happen the capacity and planning issue. So we categorize the issue for the surgical uh, scheduling problem into three parts. There is uncertainty, capacity planning, and request and demand. So we begin with the uncertainty. So in the surgery of duration is one of the reasons that cause the uncertainty issue, because the surgery duration is unknown due to the procedures, unforeseen start time, and leads to an increase in overtime. So overtime is a frequent occurrence in surgery units, resulting in increasing surgery team or patient stress or dissatisfaction and financial loss for the hospital. Silva also discussed the uncertainty when emergency and urgent surgery arrive in the same time. Zhu in the paper 2015 state uncertainty arrive due to the patient recovery time by the anesthesia after the surgery. So the second issue is the capacity planning. So in paper Chow 2011 study the way to improve the surgical scheduling caused by high surgical bed utilization. This problem is hard to solve due to the capacity planning. Astrakai in 2015 state the recovery bed capacity should be assured such that the available beds of recovery is adequate. The limitation of human and material resources, that is nurses, medical equipment or place in intensive care units, also factor in the capacity problem. Another capacity issue is related to the limitation of the operating room. So the last part is for the issue representation is the request and demand. So request and demand are common happen in the open scheduling, which allows the surgeon to select their favorite surgical day. When the patient requests the surgery date, another request and demand will occur. This request often occur when the surgical request is sent from the hospital waiting list. Young in 2015 study the surgeon demand based on the allocating right surgeon into the operating room with the matching time resources, while Wang in 2017 state the resource demand is the resources required to complete a surgical procedure. Guda in 2016 state that surgeon may sometimes request the patient arrive early than the scheduled surgery time. So as the conclusion, we categorize the issue into three types, which is uncertainty, capacity planning, request and demand. All these issues are interrelated and needs to be considered in order to cope with this disruption in the surgical schedule. It should be considered in designing a good quality surgical schedule. So for the future work, we would like to investigate another issue in scheduling that relates to the surgery procedure. An example of the issue in scheduling in human resources, such as nurse scheduling, surgeon scheduling, and anesthetist scheduling. So that's all for the presentation. We would like to wish to thanks to the University Kebangsaan Malaysia and the Ministry of Higher Education Malaysia for supporting and funding for this work. So that's all. Thank you.